Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome back to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing something a little interesting, and that is exactly the actual time period that Ninjago takes place in. So Ninjago is very much similar to our real world, and in a lot of ways it's very different. Obviously, Ninjago is different in the sense that we actually don't have elemental beings running around summoning dragons and fighting off bad guys or anything like that, though that would be really cool if we had that. But there are a lot of things that are really similar. For example, Ninjago's way of life, especially in Ninjago City, is very similar to that in which we see in the real world. In Ninjago, they have a whole bunch of different stuff. They have smartphones, they have everything in between. Their technology is pretty similar to what we have in our real world in the modern day. So if we are suggesting that Ninjago takes place in a certain time period, I think it's safe to say that Ninjago could be taking place in just the modern day. In Ninjago, it very well could be the year 2020 for all we know. There hasn't really been any mention specifically of time or any sort of year in Ninjago. There definitely has been passages of time, and there has been highlights on just time in general, but there hasn't been any specifics dropped in terms of, again, a year, a date, or anything like that. And that's simply because I don't feel like that's Ninjago's priority. The series is not to, I guess, explain what time period it takes in, or when it takes place, or what it takes place on. It's just meant to entertain us with ninjas doing cool stuff. So in general, I don't feel like the actual time period really matters all that much. But if we were to go ahead and actually break it down, again, the technology would heavily suggest that Ninjago does take place in the modern day, and that's what a lot of TV shows do. Any sort of TV show that has been running for a very long time, they just kind of adapt to the current trends and the current, I guess, way of living, and they kind of present that as the time period in which they take place in. So naturally, if you're going to be watching a show that's been going on for several years, it's just going to be taking place in whatever year it just so happens to be, because that's just how the show adapts. I don't know if that's the same for Ninjago, but a lot of it does suggest that it could be. The only things that I could see going against Ninjago being set in the modern day are the fact that, again, a lot of the ancient styles and traditions of ninja do kind of tend to belong in previous time periods that aren't the modern day, but the fact that they do have all this sort of modern technology suggests that maybe it takes place in the present day. However, in season 3, it was all futuristic and whatnot, so maybe it takes place in the future. Again, it's not really clear when exactly this series takes place, but in a way, again, I don't think it matters because it's not parallel to our world. It's not Earth, it's something entirely different. So to wrap up the video, I personally don't think it matters, but if I had to actually guess, I would say that Ninjago takes place in the modern day. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Feel free to go ahead and suggest things in the comments, and I look forward to reading what you guys come up with. With all that being said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.